In this demonstration, I'll show you how to view or modify an expense report that you've already created. First, let's get to the My Expense Reports page. You can do this in a couple of ways from Workday's homepage. You can type in My Expense Reports, and you can see that the task will show up. Or you can go into your Applications, the Expenses application, and view Expense Reports. This takes you to a filterable page. I can filter my reports by status, either approved, canceled, draft, or in progress, if I'd like to do it that way, or I can filter it by specific dates. So in this case, I'm going to change the date because I only want to look at my expense reports for the last month. Once I've got my filters set, I click OK. And what I get is a listing of all the expense reports that fit that criteria for me in the last month. So the expense report page displays, there's a significant amount of information. You can see the expense report number, the date, the status of the report, a memo or a brief explanation about the expense report, how much is in the expense report, how much has been reimbursed, how much has been paid by the worker, or if there was a personal amount, the currency, and the company. And over here on the far right, I can either edit or change the expense report. Although editing and changing sound very similar, if I'm going to edit an expense report, it's because it's in draft status and I have not submitted it for approval yet. If I want to change an expense report, it means that it's in progress. That means I've submitted it already and it has gone to the next level of approval. So if I make any changes to it, I'm going to have to resubmit the expense report. In either case, if I want to modify either one of these expense reports, I click on the associated button. Here, I'm going to click on the Edit Expense Report. And the expense report will appear. This is expense report number 464. I can see that I've got one line item in here. It's for ground transportation for $160. And I can see all of the information that's associated with it. If I wanted to, I could add a line item to this, because I didn't include everything from the spend authorization, or I could delete a line item, and I do that by clicking on the trash can icon. For this particular line item, I can say, oh, I need to change the date of it, and I can go ahead and make those types of changes. I can make changes to any of the information that I've selected here at this point. Once I've done with this expense report and any of the edits that I'd like to make, I move down to the final steps. I can submit it, I can save the changes that I've just incorporated, or I can close out of this whole transaction. I'm going to go ahead and submit this. And you can see I get the reinforcement that this expense report has been submitted on this date for this amount. It tells me where it's going to next, and I can still go through the details and processes to see specifically where it is going to next. Once I'm finished with this page, I click Done. This concludes the demonstration.